payload vehicles coming into the country, well, there is a certain amount of shortage. Okay, so in which case, which basically leads to a premise that there is only one single driver I'm talking about the car carrier. I mean, that particular segment. Unless you are into like an express delivery kind of a thing, which has nothing to do with automotive logistics, where they insist. I mean, they ensure there is a double driver so that the vehicle keeps running. Okay, the one driver sleeps, the other driver drives. So coming back, while technology is fantastic, like technology is helping in a very big way, supply chain visibility and all those kind of a thing. But the question is supply chain reliability. Okay, so ठीक है, हमें मालूम है आज ये टाइम में गाड़ी इधर है उधर है वो सब मालूम है, लेकिन वो गाड़ी का कंडीशन क्या है, ड्राइवर कितना कितना थकावट वो फेस कर रहा है, उस चीज़ के बारे में उनको जानकारी बिल्कुल नहीं है. So you being such a doyen in the transport jagat, tell me how exactly like the wayside amenities, I keep hearing it since 1980 onwards, I keep hearing it, but very little is being done. Even on the NHAI side, they're all talking about highwayness, this, that, but very few. I have traveled extensively, but I have seen very few cited few of them, and even if it is cited, well, they are all at very remote places. Yes, there is a truck lay by, but there is no place for them to really use a toilet or something to eat. You can't ask them to park at one place and okay, or 100 meter chale jao, 200 meter chale jao, udhar jaake dawa mein khao. So coming back to the question of wayside amenities to really improve, speedy movement of goods. So, sir, in your reckoning, what should be done? And if at all it's not done, what is really stopping it? Over to you, sir.
Sir, as Mr. Akash was mentioning, hub and spoke system in multimodal transport system. Yes, this is what we require. And the understanding of our industry or our transporters are far behind. Because until unless we do, because now we require not bandage, we require surgeries. So we have to change the total transportation system, then only we can expect the efficiency as well as the drivers shortage overcoming. And I tell you that India has got the talent and capacity that it can become a factory of drivers. We do have capacity, but we don't have the opportunities. I remember that in Singapore, so I asked drivers of their bus operators that I didn't find Indian drivers here. And in Gulf countries or everywhere I find Indian drivers, but why not here? So they say that Indian drivers are not equipped with ITS. They don't know. And unfortunately, and I've been in the transport department or in transportation industries around 40 years, but I didn't find that we have institutes or we do have systems that we can replace drivers. So our drivers are, as you said, in our national permit vehicles, it is a requirement that you require two drivers, one for sleeping and another will drive. So why to waste two drivers? He can take away his vehicles and like in railway. So that system we can provide, and as I said earlier, that individual or working in silos will not work. We have to work in syndicate. There has to be a pool of drivers available, and through our app or through the technology, we will be having that this driver will be available at this stretch, then he will replace the another one. So that becomes in a cycle we require. So I think industries has to take up, because as far as our government sector is concerned, so they are not aware of the technologies, and institutions like SIAM, they should advise, and wherever some platform has to be formed, there has to be some for their toilets or for their restrooms, wherever it is required, those infrastructure can be provided by the government on highways or adjacent to the highways, or other logistic services can be provided. Government can create some control rooms, but demand has to be created in a calculated and prudent manner. So that I also find that in government sector we don't have professionals. This is also an unfortunate part. Earlier, regulatory part could be done by normal IAS, normal persons. But now, technology has to run together with the government, and government also requires some professionals so that there could be an integrated system which can come up with the highest logistics qualities in India.
Thank you, sir. Acha, see,